InShalla and Ashe. Welcome to the Daily Snippet. I am Tonya D, Holistic Sha'medium and Subtle Energy Surgeon. It's Sunday Fun Day, November 28th, 2021. And we have a day where our heart and our thoughts are in collaboration. They're actually merged, so to speak, hitting the strings or the notes all together. Just one little small nano of change in our system of beliefs and the door to these unlimited spirals spiraling in and out. It really will light up our heart. And then that's when we actually know it's true. We become that beacon of light. So maybe spend some time today kind of swiping the scenes, like when you swipe your phone to remove an image or to see a new post, kind of swiping that kind of a scene. But today, you're not going to be seeing a lot of me on the screen, but that's okay, right? Here we have, dun 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 dun, we have a young metal dragon day. So the dragon of the mountain, maybe possibly a cave dragon in that mountain. It could have been like the idea of Lord of the Rings that had that dragon in the mountain and the Great War. I think that's the one. But with the elements, wood is hidden in the day and the month. Water is in storage, hidden and on the month branch, but metal on the stems and storage in the year. But we have no fire, so I'll get to that a little later. But the dragon energy is wound up. It's this energy that's wound up in our identity or what we identify with. So it kind of struts and it puffs and it's proud to be known as a parent, a child, or even a grandparent. But when the spotlight moves on and the role has been disposed of, then this energy kind of mopes around and feels like its arm has been cut off or its wing or something. And it doesn't, and what it does, and when he doesn't do it anymore, he's kind of adrift. So it's kind of this mythical animal of magic and fantasy, or a dragon can be a fire-breathing reptile. So it's full of that bravado and that steam. But whatever role that the dragon decides to assume, it's always someone to be kind of reckoned with. So this energy is one of huffing and puffing to call us to look at our deepest issues of power and also the hunger for that power. So the energy can be found in our solar plexus, like right in the gut. So this energy needs to be emotionally fulfilled to quiet down and kind of feel content. So those would be like the gut issues coming from getting our needs met, actually. And then, it becomes obsessive when it feels empty. So covering this emptiness by being a shopaholic, an alcoholic, a foodaholic, sexaholic, etc., all the holics. But, it can be greedy and have this thirst or a desire for whatever he can get his hands on or even his mouth around in order to calm what's known as our inner dragon. So there's this fire burning in the pit of Mr. Dragon's stomach that needs to kind of be extinguished. So the dragon needs to be content to do the work that is fulfilling to his heart and be compensated like royally for it, like a royal dragon. Loving a good life, to be larger than life, and have all his otherworldly needs met immediately, like now in the moment. So he doesn't want to hunger for long, and that fire energy, it needs to be quenched frequently. And what does water recognize, or what is water? Those are emotions, of course. So the mantra for the dragon is like, I am fulfilled. So it's this energy of our gut instincts, the kinesthetic energy, or that of stomach issues. Hungering, that hungering is kind of dependent on the needs actually being met, along with expectations being realized. And we all have a hunger that needs to be actualized in life. And this is where we seek to kind of be identified. So it shows where we might have addictions or obsessions. And people, who express this energy in your life are going to show us how balanced we are in these different areas by the degree of addiction, whether it's positive or negative. But with the fire energy being absent until the fire hours today, the fire element is the one to bring in the nurturing energies, those inner fires. So be creative, rest, reflect in all the aspects, body, mind, spirit, and soul, heart, ego, etc. So rejuvenate our essence in doing so, our heart, we boost our energetic reserves, the energy, the vitality. So be in the pause, look into the galactic mirror, and you might find that your energy is kind of receptive today to all of it, everything within ourselves and also within and around our environment. So if you've been kind of repressing how you feel or flicking away thoughts, the innate nature of today's energy can release those feelings and thoughts throughout the day, whether from under the rug or coming out of the closet. So it's just a magical idea to bring in the energy of fulfillment with the dragon. And also, metal has that Venus energy as well. So kind of find the space to collaborate with any energy that's upsetting in order to come to an inner harmonic, our soul's harmonic, to be kind of in balance. So it's a great day to just be with ourselves and relax into our own notes and our own sounds and our own color, our own light. So our personal energetics, the divine blueprint, if you will. So once we get into this space, we kind of need to feel into our system of beliefs, the beliefs in our corridor since we first entered the season of beliefs, or Sagittarius. So as we float into this space, it does sometimes have that floating feeling, and notice what you think about it. And also if your heart center gets kind of a buzz and it lights up, if it feels juicy and warm and excited, you're kind of getting that high vibration, the high frequencies. And then our idea, whatever we're processing, is really onto something. So you want to hold that frequency, kind of balancing the scales, kind of like the dragon, and weighing the odds, the two sides of the coin, the ideas, the philosophies. You know, we have this opposition to our beliefs with our mind. So it's lit up today, and just allow our heart to kind of open to what we're attracted to the mostest. So this is a self system or an inner system, a voice inside, shifting our dynamic with ourselves, a belief about ourselves, a thought, changing the voice, the inside voice, and even how we relate to our beingness. So you might just take it up a notch, a new narrative, a new belief, etc. So just open up to the endless and those unlimited possibilities today, and allow your heart to be the prime directive to really determine what your heart is really the most attracted to. So in opening up to seeing ourselves in what I call the etheric mirror from a more loving, otherworldly perspective today, and just kind of take note or notice on how that feels. You might find out where you are over nurturing or under nurturing yourself and gain from your heart's belief system rather than pushing through those hurt feelings. And once open, the heart will then be, open to all those possibilities, the unlimited ones, or even having an unexpected moment that you're going to enjoy that's full of that heart joy, those joy molecules. So that's kind of the energy that we're having today. And then we have the stone of the day. Our throat center is highlighted as well. So the colors of green and blue, blues of the sky, royal dragon blues, Venus energy, both with the cosmos and the day, the metal day. So self-expression and the fire of Ha. So it sounds of the hum and the ha of it, which could kind of be super fun. But the stone, Moldavite itself, I haven't actually talked about Moldavite as of yet, but it's got this nickname of the stone of transformation, and it's actually thought to have been created from a meteorite that crash landed like 14.8 million years ago. But it's believed to have crashed in the present day Czech Republic, more specifically the Bohemian Plateau. So as you can imagine, pieces are scattered throughout the area and they're found almost randomly. But the impact itself was estimated at like 6 trillion megatons, and it's believed to have passed completely through the Earth's crust into the planet's core. So I would say that's into the dragon's den. So the history of people's usage with this crystal actually goes back to 25,000 BC to the Neolithic people of Eastern Europe. And it's believed to be used as amulets for fertility and fortune. And later, it was actually also discovered as arrowheads when the famed Venus of Willendorf believed to be like 30,000 years old, was discovered in 1908, but Moldavite amulets and cutting tools were found alongside it. So the most common and probably the most controversial theory about Moldavite is it being the stone of the Holy Grail. It was believed actually to be an emerald, but other people have different theories. But the lore itself described how the Holy Grail was used to heal people and fully replenish and rejuvenate. So it shares these very characteristics, and it's been proven to be sought after, just as much as an emerald throughout history. But this crystal, it radiates this energy, just when you first have it. I actually have a moldavite I used to wear. You can feel the warmth that it really gives off. And this warmth is so common that it's developed the term like a moldavite flush. So the flush sends these vibrations throughout the body and kind of imbues the user, whoever's wearing it, in light, tingly kind of sensations. Some people have said that it's a little overwhelming and it will take it off or, out of their pocket periodically because they feel lightheaded. But it's usually recommended to always have a grounding stone nearby when you first start working with it to help avoid the energy of it being too strong. So over time, the strength will be less overwhelming as you kind of get used to wearing the stone. So along with transformation, it carries properties assisting in protection, self-healing, and even cleansing. There are some stones actually known to assist with these moldavite energies in a number of ways. You could use the Herkimer diamond while working with moldavite. That's going to assist and enhance our third eye, our visionary experience. Just combining these two will really amplify the strength and is highly recommended for use in meditation as well. But when you're working on self-healing, you could utilize rose quartz with it, because that's going to assist in opening our heart and just allowing love itself to pour in. So the strength of moldavite makes this kind of a must-have stone for those who are wanting to really take the next step in transforming themselves, their beingness of themselves. But the cards of the day, this is kind of funny for me because I'm usually showing myself, but the cards of the day, the first one I pulled was the death or the rebirth card. So we're on this cusp of this massive transformation. So it's time really to mourn the end of one phase while really celebrating the birth of the next or another phase. So this energy of transmutation and rebirth kind of signals this beautiful metamorphosis that will allow us to expand our consciousness and actually move closer to our own divine essence. So it might be like a cycle in our life, a relationship, a belief, a career path, or even an outdated plan for our future is really coming to this inevitable end. So take a deep breath in if this kind of scares you, and acknowledge the essence of your own sweet light, because this change is really needed. This card is also urging us to release what's already losing the energy and really focus on things that are already gaining the momentum. So it's like welcoming, the possibilities of something new and allowing this phase to come to a graceful end. So look towards the magic of this newfound horizon, because underneath this morbid exterior, the death kind of heralds in this exciting energy in these times filled with the brightness of so much potential, where new light really awakens us or awaits us. So this is like clinging to the past, fear of change. Maybe you're having a sentimental attachment, forces of distraction, morality, the end of hope, or mourning a loss. So really just allow yourself to let go of the past in order to add energy for a new beginning. That's kind of the frequency of this card. Then I have the Ten of Swords. So the Ten of Swords comes to us in time of like blinding truth, when delusion really is lifted. And sometimes the truth is painful because it kind of indicates this backstabbing or personal loss. So the card can kind of mark this abrupt end to a current path that we're on, or maybe a jarring resolution in the form of a broken relationship, a blocked dream, a fractured partnership, or even a discontinued career path. So while these endings might feel severe in the moment, just know that the more potent seeds of hope are kind of always planted in their place. We kind of get stuck in the past. So it's just kind of like remembering that our wounds kind of teach us about our greatest strengths, and they illuminate our innate ability to heal ourselves. It's kind of like a dark night of the soul that's going to be met with a beautiful new dawn that is filled with more light than we've probably ever experienced before. So just remain open to love and joy as we kind of process this ending and look to the sunlight, the magic on the other side that kind of awaits us. You know, just even watching the sun peek over the horizon is a highest energy, a task, you know, for a bruised heart. So these endings might feel painful, maybe like a crisis or literally being stabbed in the back. I've had that feeling before. But, you know, take this as an opportunity to find your deeper healing and this opportunity to find hope and also the resiliency, the flow. So just know that you're healing every day. We all go through this randomly, but we definitely are in a space of releasing the old and bringing in the new. And then I pulled the Nine of Swords, but it's reversed. So this could be like paranoia, deeply anchored fears, even our inability to think clearly. Maybe we have an inner turmoil along with having negative self-talk, kind of affecting our self-esteem, our solar plexus. So this is an opportunity to actively begin the healing journey. So are you imagining the worst instead of activating the best? You know, it's time to kind of flip our perspective in our own self-nurturing and having loving thoughts to all situations to overcome any of those disturbing or disrupting thoughts. So look to the light in all of your situations, or any situation really, and notice that even the tiniest window, there's brightness that can keep fear outside, and really use your light to expose the illusion and allow worries to dissipate and soften, you know, and soften as our bad dreams are kind of illuminated for what they really are. You can see fears as illusions, and that's kind of, as you know, that's kind of what they ultimately are. So it's time to love our past as it's kind of honoring our future, and take in all the upgrades to our heart and really place them on the altar in the sky. I would say hugging in, if you will, that frequency and that energy. And hang on here, I'm getting used to this new setup. But hugging a tree, like hugging yourself, that's kind of the energy of that, playing with these scenes, right? But I like to hug a tree, or at least possibly I would be hugging a tree. Just taking in a fresh new attitude within yourself that are the systems of support for our new beliefs. That's also the fire energy that we don't have any of today. So bring in that. And also, you know, I would affirm I'm believing in me and the essence that resides within me. That still is all that spirit energy that we all have within us. And take it to the next level and hold space for that frequency as well. So thanks for tuning in. And as always, I will see you on the other side. Let me know how you liked my new little snippet covers. I'm adjusting to this. But as always, make it a magical day. InShalla, Ashe, and I'll see you on the other side.